Hey, what's up, guys? It's me, Trevor. Um, so I've already recorded this once and posted it. That's why you might have seen like it already have been posted. But as all things are, gotta be a problem. So yeah, I'm gonna start from the beginning. Restart. I recorded it this morning. No. All right. Hello, everyone. Trevor here today, and I just wanted to open up some insight that some people may not have known. Today I will cover some heavy topics such as suicide and depression. So if you're angsty about either of those things, please do not watch this video. So a couple months ago when I was in a rather dark place and I was having a hard time at school and a even harder time at home. On January 11th, I started to harm my body in ways that are not socially acceptable. For hindsight, this was about 4 days after my tier list video and 12 days before my first podcast episode. So for that whole week, it was just the same routine. Act normal in school, stay as seen, don't ask for help because you don't need it, quiet kid stuff. I'm joking. But don't ask for help because you don't need it. Blah blah blah. And I wish I could say January 11th was the last time I caused harm to myself, but if I did, I would be lying. At school, I found out that my GPA rank was one of the worst. This was due to the COVID pandemic and my hard time paying attention. And I was told it's unlikely for me to even uh make it all the way to graduation. And even more surprising if I would have gotten into a college. So basically that was my school troubles, but at home it was a bit worse. That same day I confronted my parents about my ADHD and wondered if I could get medicine because of what happened at school that day. And when I found out, I'm like, the only way I can do this is to try to get better. And one of them said that it wouldn't help me in the way I think, it'd only turn me into a zombie. The others thought I was just trying to get drugs, trying to get drugs to sell or to give to my friends. That I really didn't have problems in school, even though I did. I have had problems since the early grade. And yeah. And lastly, I felt like everyone in my social life was against me. And I thought this because I was fed this info multiple times. Sometimes, like, in not so kind ways. Um, People would call me a narcissist and say I only care about myself. So I stopped. I stopped caring about myself. And it led me to getting in this deep place of hatred towards myself. So, but I would be lying if I said Wolfie had nothing to do with what I did, because he wasn't exactly the kindest person. Not that like I think he's a bad guy, but not not what he tries to make himself look. I've noticed that like that's really came out in my podcast episode. That like it's very apparent about what the person he is. Um, and I've asked him. We've gave him multiple chances to stop. Mainly, one of the big things was. I'll go ahead and continue. On numerous occasions, he told me to kill myself on and off podcast. Some of those times I've actually considered it an option, and for that reason, I've decided to respectfully remove Wolfie. Yes, it's kind of my fault. I shouldn't be so sensitive, but I couldn't allow this to happen anymore. Anyways, due to his threats towards the podcast and towards me, I'd like to see a rebranding towards the podcast. I don't own the thumbnails for several of the videos, so they're taken down now. Luckily all the footage was recorded and produced by me, so the episodes will still be here. The name and the picture are also not mine for the podcast. So, yeah. And so I may not be able to get to the next week's podcast. There's a possibility of no upload. Lastly, I don't want anyone to go hate on Wolfie. As he said, he's only toxic towards me, so I have to personally cut ties with him. Anyways, thanks for listening. Trevor Bear signing out. Oh wait, one more thing. So I did introduce. This is where I would have introduced Pathless, but he's not here right now because I don't think he expected us to have to re-record the video, and I didn't want to drag him on. So I felt bad. So yeah, Pathless missed. He's gonna be replacing Wolfie. He'll have a podcast starting on the 12th. Would be his first podcast that he operates, but he'll be in the next podcast if it gets made. It might not get made because we might not be done with the rebranding yet, but if it does, he'll be there. So thank you for listening. Adios.